Hello students, welcome to my writing segment. Today I'll be sharing with you tips on how to write an argumentative essay. In this episode, we will be working on characteristics of an argumentative essay, tips on how to write an argumentative essay, and exam tips for writing an argumentative essay. Are you ready? Great! Let's start. Characteristics of an argumentative essay. First, let's try and understand what an argumentative essay is. Writing an argumentative essay is different from other essays because the aim and the style of writing are different. The argumentative essay is a style of writing that allows writers to express their ideas and opinions about certain issues. Argumentative essays require the writer to pick a side of an argument, usually whether one agrees or disagrees about something. Then, the writer has to use logic and facts to convince readers to accept the arguments. In order to have a sound argument, the writer must embody maturity in thinking, taking considerations of both sides of the argument, and back them up with examples. There are usually three common forms of argumentative essays. You may be required to discuss the advantages or disadvantages, opinions or provide solutions, and decide whether you are for or against an argument. Let me show you what an argumentative essay looks like. Structure of an argumentative essay. Usually, the structure of an argumentative essay looks like this. First, you begin with the purpose of writing the essay. For example, you might mention that the purpose of writing this essay is to discuss the advantages and disadvantages of recycling. The introduction always contains the thesis statement. This is where you would state your general opinion of the argument and provide a background knowledge to the issue. For example, you may state whether you agree or disagree with recycling. Then, you provide a short description about recycling. Your outline sentence tells the reader what to expect from your essay. That's all. Do not write a long introduction. Keep it short and simple. Then, include three main points to support your thesis statement. These points are called topic sentences. The topic sentence is then backed up by a supporting detail. The supporting detail elaborates what the topic sentence is about. Next, an example is given to highlight the supporting detail. In every paragraph, there is always a topic sentence, supporting detail, and example. Finally, in the conclusion, the main points are mentioned again in brief to strengthen your stand. Since the argumentative essay is almost always about current issues, it is written in the present tense. Unless the writer wants to include historical facts into the argument, then the past tense should be used. As the aim of the argumentative essay is to persuade readers, a more formal style of writing is required. You are not encouraged to use literary devices or dialogues in this type of essay. Now that we know what an argumentative essay is, let me show you some tips on how to write it. Tips on how to write an argumentative essay. Here are some tips that I use when I write an argumentative essay. Generally, the key to writing a good argumentative essay is to have a sound argument. So brainstorming is a very important process to ensure a well-organized argumentative essay. Read and understand the instructions. First, read and understand what the question wants. An easy way to spot an argumentative essay is by looking for certain keywords like advantages, disadvantages, agree, disagree, discuss, and so on. For example, the SPM English language paper in 2014. There was an argumentative writing task in Paper 1, Section B. The task was, there is a lack of freedom given to teenagers today. Do you agree? This is clearly an argumentative essay because the task requires you to state whether you agree or disagree with the statement. Choose a side. Choose a side that you feel comfortable writing about. There are no right or wrong answers. The idea of an argumentative essay is to assess to what extent a person can justify his or her reasons. If you agree with the statement, then your points should state why you agree and vice versa. If you are unsure, brainstorm points for both sides and see which one has a stronger argument. Brainstorm for main points. For SPM level, it is recommended to state 3 main points. Too many and you will end up with a very long essay. Remember, the continuous writing section in SPM has a word limit of about 350 words. You only have 1 hour to plan and write your essay, so 3 points should be sufficient. Task 1. Now, let's brainstorm for main points. Think of as many reasons for why you agree or disagree that teenagers lack freedom. Write them down in the worksheet. Then, choose the best 3 that you would want to use in your essay. Let's say I've chosen to write that I agree with the statement. This is my circle map. Notice that I have brainstormed more than 3 points. You should always brainstorm as many points as you can. The more the brainstorming you do, the stronger the points you have because you're doing a lot of thinking about the issue. So out of these ideas, I'm going to pick these 3. Brainstorm for supporting details. After choosing your 3 main points, think of suitable supporting details for these 3 points. Add some description on those points in note form. Here are my supporting details under the main points I've chosen. Organize the points. Now, use a tree map to organize your points. This is the part where you organize your points from the most important to the least. Always write the strongest point first. Do the same for your supporting details. This is what my tree map looks like. Write the introduction. Oh boy, here comes the exciting part. Writing the essay. Let's begin with the introduction. The introduction should be short and simple. For me, I recommend writing no more than 3 sentences. 1 sentence to state the issue. You can do this by paraphrasing the question. Another sentence for stating your thesis statement. This is where you state your stand. The 3rd sentence is the outline sentence whereby you state the purpose of your essay. This is a sample of my introduction. Notice that the first sentence is paraphrased from the question. This is my thesis statement. I agreed with the statement above, and this is the main reason for it. In this sentence, I am stating the purpose of writing this essay. So in the following paragraphs in my main body, I have to make sure that I state why teenagers should be given freedom and how it affects them. Write the main points. For every paragraph in the main body, always make sure that you have these 4 elements: topic sentence, supporting detail, example, and consolidation. This is the topic sentence. My point is, teenagers need to be given freedom to make decisions. Here is my supporting detail because they cannot be sheltered forever. This is an example to support that teenagers should be allowed to choose what they want to do in the future. This final sentence is the consolidation. It helps strengthen the topic sentence and binds all the elements in the paragraph together. Do the same for the next paragraph. Secondly, teenagers are not given enough freedom to experiment. Teenagers should not be controlled at this stage. They should be given freedom to experiment because this is what life is all about. People learn from mistakes. Hence, if they are not given the opportunity to make mistakes, how will they ever learn? For example, teenagers should be given the trust when they hang out with their friends. Provided, of course, that the teenager understands the limits and stays safe. Again, this is my topic sentence. This is my supporting detail. I'm explaining why teenagers should be given freedom to experiment. This is an example to support my main points. And this is my consolidation for the second paragraph. Again, repeat the same process for the third paragraph. Similar to the previous paragraph, I started with a topic sentence. Then, I elaborated with a supporting detail. I gave an example. and ended with a consolidation. See how easy it is when you follow the tips that I have given you? Write the conclusion. The conclusion is really simple. All you need are these three elements. Restating points, opinions, summary, and consolidation. Restate your stand that you agree or disagree with the statement. Then summarize all the main points you have mentioned. Finally, you should wrap up the whole essay with a consolidating sentence. A conclusion should look like this. In conclusion, teenagers should be given more freedom so that they are able to make decisions, experiment, and to be independent. This is to ensure that they will grow up to be responsible adults in the future. In this sentence, I have reaffirmed my stand. I have also mentioned my points in brief. This sentence is to consolidate the whole essay. Edit and check for mistakes. After writing the whole essay, spend a few minutes reading through the essay again. Check whether you have included all the elements for introduction, main body, and conclusion. Also, you have to check for spelling, punctuation, and grammatical mistakes. And this is how you write an argumentative essay. Exam tips for argumentative essays. This essay typically appears in Paper 1, Section B of the SPM English Language paper. Continuous writing carries 50 marks. You will be given 5 questions. You only have to answer 1. You have 1 hour to choose your question, plan your framework, write your essay, and check for any grammatical errors. So how does the examiner mark your essay? Normally, the examiner will mark your essay based on impression. This means there is no fixed formula. However, they will evaluate your essay based on several criteria, which are grammar, vocabulary, sentence structure, spelling, punctuation, tone, and style. Based on these criteria, they will determine suitable marks for your essay. So it is important for you to have adequate knowledge in these areas so that you can score high marks for your exam. Finally, we talked about how to write an argumentative essay in the context of SPM. That's all it takes to write an argumentative essay. I hope you have found this video useful. Till next time, bye!